Welcome to Play or Pass. Hey, everybody, how's everybody doing on the panel tonight?
Good.
I'm good.
Yeah, doing
Good.
well. Yeah, I'm
Kind of
feeling
wet,
a whole lot
but
better.
but it's okay.
I'm feeling better now that my movie's over.
uh,
So we got a handful of people in here. We got Nook over there deciding red and graphics, and I thought I saw Sahil earlier on. Wilma, Leon. So got some of those that watched it last night. Theater of pain. I mean, theater camp. Little clue on what I'm thinking. So if you've not watched the show before, we review one movie, and this movie was picked by random by the devil. Last week on a wheel, we spun it, and we got it by random, and we had to watch it. And so we get to review this movie for tonight and see what we all thought of it. And we'll see, we find some people that loved it and people that hate it. We're going to see where it goes. So be sure you guys over on the side chat, which you normally do, give us your thoughts and your opinions on the movie. And you guys ready to jump in here and get going? Or are we? I look at Red. Red says fix the wheel. I'm telling you, Satan. Could it be Satan picked this? No. Okay. All right. I'll. Who wants to be first on this? On this movie.
Okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
Yeah, you go.
Did Eddie freeze?
Eddie, you there?
And he's like,
oh, okay. I started watching this thing. I said, I was about 5 minutes into it. I said, "Where's the kick? I need something to kick me into this movie." So I'm watching it. All of a sudden, Troy comes in. See Troy there? And I'm looking at him and said, "You know who that looks like? It looks like Rick Nelson. Rick Ness on Gold Rush." I said, "What is he doing? Sidelining on the movies now or what?" So
Rick Ness.
He kicked me in. Rick Ness. I said, "Okay, man." So I'm watching this movie and I'm still waiting. I'm saying, "Gee whiz," I understand the theory of theater. I've seen a couple of theater. I've been to a theater a couple of times. I understand a little bit of the theory. The editing and trying to fit people into the right place and everything like this. But this got ridiculous. It's the way it was going. It sent me to sleep. At one point I just wanted to turn it off and go to bed. I said later for this. And the only good thing that happened is because when I was watching it, it was near supper time. And when my wife said, "Supper's ready," I said, "Oh, thank God." So I went to supper. But I had to come back and finish it off. And I said, "Oh, no. What can I do with this thing?" That's me. That's my opinion.
All right, who wants to jump into the water?
I'll follow up with that. But first, I'd like you to go to the IMDb page of of the cast.
All right, this is the IMDb page.
Yeah, go to the cast.
Cast.
Yeah, the girl from the Paris in
there. Okay.
You didn't vote on it there? Okay. Now, what is her name there? Molly Gordon or something like that?
Yeah.
Her and the other guy. You see that they were the writers on this.
Yeah.
Now, I know I took a lot of crap from the panel about everyone's favorite movie.
Child 54?
No, the other one. The other one there. What's that?
Jerry Curls.
Come on. Jerry Curls. And you remember in Jerry Curls, the their names were in there also.
Yeah.
Well, this is the same concept. This movie was so bad, and I had to watch it twice Okay, I
Oh, no.
but it was better the second time. And I don't know if that's because I was in big screen with everyone else watching it, but none of you guys came in to watch
Oh, I'm sorry, I was busy.
I was, yes.
I was busy. I was busy. I was
Yeah.
busy.
Big Brother live show, man.
We all stayed in to watch it, and it was better the second time because I guess because you get to make fun of a movie. It's like, you remember how with Jerry Curls we did a
Mm-hmm.
like
Little
what
spoof
was
on it. Yep.
a spoof on it. Yeah, we need to do that with this movie. I really think we should.
Oh.
Watching it the second time, we saw things that were funny, but this movie still sucked. It was so bad. I don't even know where to begin. I can't even begin. It's just like,
Well, you didn't like the script, obviously, but the cinematography was good. It was shot well.
no, it wasn't. It was shot terribly. Let me talk
I
about
mean,
how it was shot.
It was
No,
It was like
shot.
they put a
It's shot
GoPro
like
on
a
top of the head.
mockumentary. It's shot in a mockumentary fashion.
yes, yes, it
like they
was.
put
But
a
Which
GoPro
I
on
love.
their head, and I'm watching the thing like this, having to keep moving my head around. I was losing my mind.
That's part of it, though.
I
The
understand theater
mockumentary
people.
part of it was part of it.
I can understand theater people. Listen, I loved watching Fame as a kid, but
Yeah.
it comes nowhere close to this. Nowhere close to this. This was just
The kids were
so.
all ultra talented.
They were talented, yes. So
I mean,
then show that.
their facial expressions were
Yeah.
hysterical. I
Yeah,
mean,
that one
it's
little
very
girl
subtle.
was
Yeah.
funny.
Very funny. I mean,
Yeah,
very funny.
but it
It
just
was a lot
wasn't
of.
enough. It wasn't enough for me.
I
This
laughed out
girl,
loud.
I
at
don't
least
even
5
think that
times.
this girl. Can you just click on her name and see if she ever did anything else?
who, Molly?
Yeah,
She's really talented.
Books. You
Book
people.
smart.
you people.
That'd
Figures.
be the
She's a Karen.
biggest. That would be.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's-
and you people. Actually, I liked you people. I thought it was pretty
Yeah.
funny. But
What'd she do in
5.5.
Booksmart? Was she one of the girls in Booksmart?
She's pretty far down the list.
Far down.
Yeah.
She's far down the list.
AAA.
Yeah, she must have
Yeah.
been like a friend of a friend.
Yeah.
How about the other guy who wrote this with her?
Yeah, I looked him up on IMDb, and I had not seen any of his stuff. Ben Platt, I think his name is.
Yeah.
Ben Platt, wasn't it? Ben Platt.
Yeah, Platt.
Yeah.
I didn't know it.
Pitch Perfect.
Oh, that's
yeah.
right. I had seen Pitch Perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't remember him in it.
Me neither.
Mhm.
I never watched Evan Hansen.
Benji. He was Benji. It
Oh,
said.
you never watched that? I watched that. I even saw the play. Yeah.
He's not that far down the list, so.
Okay.
Okay. All
I
right.
didn't know he can sing.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay. But I would just it just wasn't for me. And guys know I love everything.
You like everything.
I do. But it was like they were running around with a GoPro or something and trying to make a movie, I felt. And then and that was only up to the halfway point. After the halfway point, we all said in big screen that, hey, it looks like it's being filmed different now. Like, what did happen? They got money to to continue with this movie.
Yeah.
So
it wasn't a big budget.
No,
It was
no,
not a big budget.
It didn't even look. The amount of money this movie made was what, 4.5 million. That's
Did it lose money though?
Yeah, they had to. Well, no, they didn't spend much.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, they probably rented a camp someplace.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They shot this in a week at a camp.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And I'm trying to remember at the end if they even said this was where they said this was done. See if
It
you
was
can
supposed
see
to
any
be
of
in
that.
upstate New York, wasn't it?
It's supposed to be, but it wasn't.
Oh,
it wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't. When I was like reading the credits, yeah, because I do that sometimes.
Adirondacks.
Yeah, Adirondacks is here in New York.
Yeah.
But I think it was done some. I don't even know if Canada will let them in to even do it. I don't even think Canada. Canada must have looked at the script and said no. I'm sorry, no.
Well,
let's see. I'll go next. I'll go next,
Okay.
and full disclosure. I was on drugs when we watched the first 25 minutes of this. Me and the bride were on drugs, and legally, they're legal here. And we turned it off. 25 minutes into it, Blue looked at me and says, "I can't watch this anymore. Let's just stop." And I was like, "Well, no, I need to finish." She goes, "I can't do it. I can't." She goes, this is awkward." She goes, "It feels discombobulated. The camera work. I know that they were trying to make it. It's trying to be funny because of the way the guy's talking to the camera. It's all supposed to be. It's staged." Mockumentary, like Roger's saying. I got all that, but that's what they were trying to do. But painful to watch. Painful. The kids' expressions to me were some of the best parts of this.
Yeah, I agree.
I did like the kids' expressions, and the movie sucked ass until the last 15 minutes. The last 15 minutes of the movie, to me, that was the best part of it. Actually, when they actually did the musical, so they're leading up to this musical because it's a theater camp, and it's just so awkward and you're cringy. I felt cringy. And the last 50, when they actually did the musical, and the musical was good. It was good. It was fun, funny.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not a person that's into being part of you've been in plays and a thespian, I don't know if you're gonna like this. I mean, thespians. I was looking, and I'm gonna jump over here to the Rotten Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes has an 85% on this, audience score of 80%.
Wow.
What the fuck? What the living fuck? Ooh. Basically, it is people that know theater, been in theater, were surrounded by theater, are the people voting. Everybody else is not voting on this damn because they turned it off. It's just an example of, if you know this stuff, you can relate with this stuff. I don't know this stuff. I was never in theater. So, the drugs couldn't help it. I mean, and it was even the next day. So we watched 25 minutes of it and we couldn't do it anymore. And then we watched it the next morning in complete sober. And he was like, "Can we turn this off? Can we turn it off?" I'm like, "No, I'm in it for the show. I'm in it I will go the extra mile for the show. I will watch a shitty movie to the very end."
If you would have came in yesterday, then I could say that, you were in it for the show.
No,
okay.
No. But Alban, now that you said something, it reminds me of a thing that I told Blue. Anything we do, we have to at least try it twice.
Right.
Because the first time, you may be shocked. And so she agreed that we can try everything at least twice before you say you don't like it. Maybe that's the point here. And so my logic of me saying you need to try it at least twice, it plays out with some of our personal life. So, but sucks. No. 85% my ass. No.
I think you're right. I think you're right, Todd. It was just 85% was the people that are in showbiz.
Yeah.
And Eddie, I think if you tell your kids to watch this movie, they're gonna love it because they know somebody every
what
one of
those
these
people are
characters, they'll know somebody that's like them in real life. I think your boys would really enjoy it. I think that's why I enjoyed it, is because I was a theater kid growing up. It was funny. When something makes me laugh, I like it, and it made me laugh several times.
Come on,
Yeah,
you
but
got to
this-
give us
this
some
was
more,
classified-
Roger. Give
this
us some
was
more. Give us some more what you liked about it.
What did I like about it?
I'm trying to look. I want to look through this movie through your eyes.
Subtle humor. There was a bunch of subtle humor in it. Like when they're trying to decide who gets what part, and they're looking for the street prostitute from Lemez, right?
Yeah.
And they leaned it. The two adults leaned into each other and were like, "Yeah, she's really giving me prostitute vibes." And the other one, yeah, she'd be great as a prostitute. And then the camera pans back, and it's a fucking 9-year-old, terrific little fucking blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl, you know. And that's fucking comedy. That's fucking funny, you know. And there's a whole bunch of real subtle humor like that.
There was.
And I mean, if you're not paying attention, and if you hate it, you're gonna hate it. But I laughed out loud 4 or 5 times and chuckled several others. The writing I thought was good, and the kids were great. They could act, they could sing, they could dance. The final production was great. I don't even like musicals. That's my least favorite part of theater is musicals, and it was great. You know, you knew at some point when they both said they got rejected from Juilliard, you knew that was going to come up again, and it did.
Yeah.
You know, she did get accepted to Juilliard, and she was more talented. You know.
Now, I don't know how she was able to convince him that okay, we're going to do this as a real fucking show, okay? To convince him that they wrote it together.
I don't have a problem with the script. I thought the script served its purpose. It told this story.
God. I couldn't.
Told the story of the only thing that I didn't like was that Amy Sedaris was only in it for a minute and a half. I mean that's because I love her.
Yeah, so do I. I like her so.
She is hilarious, and the end. When the lady wakes up from the coma and and they got the camera, the fumbling son who's screwed up everything the whole time has got the camera on the wrong person. That's freaking comedy. That was funny.
One person.
Hey, Andrew, go ahead. Give us your love.
I fell asleep in the first 30 minutes.
The first 8?
30. Like, I fell asleep.
Okay.
And then I woke up and God, it was hard. There was just nothing, like it was all over the place for most of the movie. The only bit I liked was the musical bit at the end. I thought that bit was, and like Roger said, there was some little funny bits in it, like the thing with the camera on the wrong person. I don't know why, but that did make me laugh. The musical bit I did like, the music bit at the end with the kids, and I thought to myself, why wasn't this a musical? It would have been so much better. And the one thing that we haven't spoke about this entire movie for this entire movie review is the fact that it was all to do with like trying to save this theatre camp because it was going into foreclosure, because that was like a secondary part of the story.
Yeah.
It was like everything was, to me, felt like it was focused on these two teachers, and I wish they had like used the kids a bit more, because the kids were the best thing in it.
I agree. Kids were awesome.
I couldn't tell what they were like going back between their drama to the theatre closing, the thing with the son of the mother, and it just like it was all over the place, and it was I think the movement of the camera was in sync with the way the bloody story was going, because it literally was just everywhere. I just couldn't get into it, but I just forced myself to watch it because I knew I had to talk about it. And then obviously this bit at the end here was the only good bit of it. Yeah, and I agree with what everybody else has said. It's not it. It's not it at all.
We didn't even talk about her character. She was awesome. She was
Yeah,
awesome.
she's in the bear.
Yeah, she's in the bear.
I might have missed it. I probably missed it, but was there a reason why she lied?
Just
for the job.
She was a bullshit artist, you know, and that's Eddie's kids will attest. There's plenty of those in the show business world. You know, she's just a bullshitter. You know, all types of showbiz were represented in the cast. It was hilarious to me.
Right. But I wonder if she did this before the bear. I wonder if she did this before the bear or after the bear.
I bet it was after because
it'd have to be after while they were because bear was already 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she was great in the bear. I loved her in the bear.
Yeah, she was great in the bear. Yeah.
She was barely in this show.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say like the costume guy, the one that was doing costume, and the other theatrical, you know, where he's in, where he's in his chair the whole time whenever he's talking about them. Yeah. I mean, I could see where they were trying to go with the humor. I was like, I could see, but I just couldn't get it. It's like I saw what they're trying to do, but it fell flat for me. And again, maybe it's just my point of view that I just can't relate, even though I understood what they were trying to do and where they were trying to go with it. And you know, Will Ferrell was a producer of this, so you know, he looked at it, saw the script, and said, "Oh, this will be a great one." But you know, I mean, I guess you can't.
But I don't want to be in
Talladega Nights.
But you think he said, "I don't want to be in it"?
He didn't want to be. He's not in it. But he was a. I want to say he was a producer. I think I saw at the very end on. Let me see. I'm pretty sure I saw a producer.
Yeah, he's a producer.
I think he was a producer in it, but yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I enjoyed it though.
Look at more people. I loved this movie. Loved this.
I wouldn't say I loved it, but I enjoyed it. It was fun.
And you said you told people to watch it.
Yeah, exactly.
I just can't. I can't do that with them.
Eddie, tell your kids to watch it. They'll enjoy it.
Took too long to put it in.
Yeah, there's no way. There is no way in hell I'd suggest this to somebody. I would be scared someone come back and whoop my ass if I said, watch this. I'd not have to be watching my back because I'd be like, you know, I told them to watch that movie. They're coming to get me.
The same people that I told to watch Jerry Curls are the same people that I told to watch Theater Camp. You know, I like both of those movies. You know.
So let's take a look. I was going to take a look. Leon says watched half the movie last week. Thought it was too short. 1 out of 10. Watched the whole movie on big screen with you last night, Alban. Gave it a 5.5. So yeah, it's great storyline, badly produced. Again, the kids, and I did find. I mean, I could see where they're going with the humor part. Remember when they actually posted on the wall, in how the kids, all of them come busting out like gangbusters, and you know, scrambling down there, and you see
that
them
happens.
all. That happens. And I was like, I see where this can be funny, and I kind of saw it as a chuckle, but you know, the kids, you know, being over dramatic about if they got the part or they didn't get the part.
Yep. I remember running to those papers to see if my name was on it and where my name was on it. You know, I knew my name was going to be on it. I just didn't know where it was going to be on it. You know.
Yeah, I think the lucky ones would probably be behind the stage, just doing
something. Yeah,
I did that on
lighting.
I did a couple of times too. That's fun.
The lucky one was Joan Still, who was in a coma at the time.
Joan Still, and how they came up and they're like, you know, oh, Joan Still, and they keep talking about her like she's dead. And I'm like, she's not dead.
That's funny too. That's hilarious.
She's not dead.
What I liked was the guy who gave them the money in the end, who was staying with with the other
Yeah.
with the other guy.
Yeah, I love
I
the
thought was funny.
whole rip off fucking oh god, what's it? American Graffiti ending where they put the little synopsis of what happened to everybody.
Right.
That was funny too.
Well, and I guess you can see where in Hollywood, where you think the people that got money don't have money because the people that came there and he thought those were going to be the guys that would bankroll it, where they're broke or they had a flopped whatever it was, and there was another guy that you didn't think had any money. Actually, is the one that donated.
Saved them. Yeah.
Yeah. You knew where it was going with that woman from the other camp is over there flirting around, and whatever, Tommy or what was his name?
Troy.
And he had that
Troy.
Yeah, and he's all that. I'm like, stop it. I mean,
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I hate to see people like that on the street when I see them with their hat all weird. I'm like, come on, put your hat on front, or I can even take a backward hat sometimes. But the way he would have it all kind of cockeyed.
But I mean, it's just a character he's playing, and those people exist. And I mean, it's funny, it's comedy.
It's comedy. So, all right, we'll go ahead and finish we'll do our voting now, and then we'll see how everybody voted. See how this falls, if it's a play or pass. So
I play everybody else's pass.
So no, it's not the drama.
Don't spoil it.
So after you listen to the panel, you can kind of see where this is going. So if you guys are the people that are actually still here with us, you guys know it's a play. Give it a play if you would recommend this to somebody else. Yeah.
I just remembered before we even vote, because I got a review from Edebiri.
Oh,
if I could just read that here quick. Okay, here's my review. Okay. My review of Theater Camp. Theater Camp was shown at the 2023 Sundance Film Festival, where it received 2 standing ovations.
I see it.
I clearly gave the movie a standing ovation because I was so happy this piece of crap was over. Of all the movies we've watched for Play or Pass, this is absolutely the worst. It has officially knocked Jerry Curls off of the top of the crap movies list. Theater Camp is listed on IMDb as a comedy. It is not. It is a fucking horror film. How the hell this piece of crap made $4.6 million is $4.5 million too much. Even though the movie is only an hour and 32 minutes long, it felt like it was over 4 hours. Wiping my ass with the cactus would have been less painful than having to watch this piece of crap again. Okay? Thank you, Dave.
That's good. That's good.
Okay.
I'll give that one, Dave. Hey, I did give it a standing ovation when I had to get up and went into the bathroom because I'm like, I got to take a break. Get up. I got to get out of there. I had to leave the room.
Oh, God.
It tells you something. How many of us said we either fell asleep or had to turn it off and come back a little bit later? That's enough. So we're going to go through the things. So play means that you would recommend this to your friends. Pass means you'd rather wipe your ass with a cactus than to watch this again. So, hey, you guys over on the side, go ahead and tell us play or pass. I see Willa has already put a pass on it. Let's see. Eddie, you're over to my far right. So what do you think? Play or pass?
Hey, this is for Roger. If I got to recommend this to my boys, I'm going to have to say it's a play, but I can't. So it's a pass.
Still, tell them to watch it, Ed. They'll like it.
All right. What about you, Andrew? Play or pass for Theater Camp? That's a pass from Andrew.
I'll recommend it to anybody that has trouble sleeping. So I guess
All right.
play.
All right. What about you, Roger? Play
I
or
was-
pass for theater camp?
I was pleasantly surprised and pleased. It's a play for me. I liked it.
You know, Roger. Sometimes he'll goes against the grain. He's not scared to go against the grain.
No.
You're not gonna bully him
No.
into any opinion. That's what I love about Roger. He's gonna stick with it when he likes it, and he's gonna hate it when he really hates
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I like that. All right, what about you, Aubin? Play or pass for theater camp?
It's a pass for me. I just can't. I can't tell anyone to go watch this. You know, maybe if this person is a theater person, but I still think they'd look at me and like, oh, what? I'm a theater person. You know, if I told them to watch this, I just can't. I can't do it.
For me, it's a pass. I'm trying to think of a single person that I could recommend this to, somebody that's that's a theater, a thespian, and all that stuff. And I can't think of a single person that I would say, yeah, you might like this. I mean, Roger, I did when Roger told us the other day that he was in theater and this and that. And I said, well, I'll be curious to see if you like it. And
I liked it.
there you go. I mean, hey, I pegged it. If you're into theater, you may like this. If you're not into theater and you weren't ever in drama club or any of that, no. So what was I saw 2 passes.
14-1.
That's all right.
Oh.
I'll take it.
And so a couple. There was passes over here on the right. I didn't see Nookie.
Okay.
I didn't see hers, but I'm sure that
She's
there's
a pass. She's a
And I
pass.
know that I saw C-Man said pass. What about you, Aubin? Play or no? Or what was your telegram?
14-1.
14.
I believe.
And that was on passes.
14-1 passes. Yeah, 14 passes.
Well, I
one
guess
play.
it falls this way.
You gotta try it again.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh, I love it. I gotta thank Dave in his videos. I like
He
it.
is too much.
Yeah, so definitely a pass for us, except for one. That guy over there. All right, so okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to move on to greener pastures. One bit of news that I will say: we are discussing how we'll come up with the movie for next week because we've had a couple flaming piles of crap the last few weeks. So we really don't want to just have a flaming pile of shit movie again. So we're trying to decide how, because some movies worth reviewing have slipped off the wheel because the wheel is random. So we're trying to figure out next week. We'll figure out if we're going to let somebody pick or if we're going to edit the wheel. But we'll let you guys know next Friday how we come up with something. And not necessarily a great movie, but to me, just a movie more, I don't know, more. Yeah, something that doesn't put you to sleep 30 minutes into it, huh, Andrew? Yeah, just something a little more. All right, so this is the part of the show we'll go through and recommend shows or movies that we have not reviewed that folks might want to check out, because there's a lot of movies that we missed that's a little bit older, but definitely open it up for the TV shows that are off the radar that some people might have missed. So I'll throw the panel open. The floor is open, as well as you guys over on the side, to give us some suggestions for everyone to some things for us to check out.
One TV show that just started this week, season 4 of Brassic.
I've seen that. I saw that it was available or out there. So Brassic. And what season is that? A second or third season or
season 4?
Okay.
And Reservation Dogs just ended forever.
Right.
It's done.
Oh,
It's
that's it.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
And
The
this,
series
this
finale.
yeah, series finale.
Okay.
And this
Finale.
last season was really great as a whole.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, it had some moving episodes. It was just good TV.
Yeah, I definitely have to start it.
You haven't started it at all, Robin?
No, I haven't. No,
It-
you know me. I have so
yeah,
many different
yeah.
things I'm trying to catch up on.
Right. Well,
You
this
know?
is 3 seasons, 10 episodes, so it's only 30 episodes.
Uh-huh.
They're hour long, so 42 minutes or 44 minutes, whatever they are.
Yeah.
There's no bad episodes.
Mm-hmm.
No.
They're all good. But this last season was particularly good, I thought.
Yeah.
What show was that, bud?
Reservation Dogs.
Reservation Dogs.
Oh,
Another one too is Dark Winds.
Yeah, that's
Dogs good too. Yep, that's in season 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, these kids are all great actors.
Oh yeah. I like the twins. The twins in
I do
Reservation
too. I
Dogs.
love the twins. Yeah, I love the
I
twins.
love the twins, man.
Yeah.
These are my sons. Same attitude.
Yeah.
I like the elders. It's a good show. Good writing.
There was a lot of good names in that show.
Yeah.
You know, names that had already been done in other movies.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All the elders are.
The others, yeah.
They're all famous, semi-famous.
Well, I was
recognize
watching a show today. Getting back to First Nations, I was watching a show today because tomorrow is Truth and
reconciliation.
Reconciliation.
Truth and
tomorrow.
reconciliation.
And there's a lot of items should be settled. I think you don't have the same thing in the United States, but in Canada they're starting to really work on it here.
Yeah,
Well, we should hear as well.
It is.
Yeah.
It is a big deal. You know, especially after you start digging up, you know,
Mass graves.
hundreds and
Right,
hundreds
right,
and hundreds of kids that died and just.
If you want to watch the show, it's on YouTube. It's called The Social, and it was the episode today, and that's all they talk about it. I highly recommend you watch it. It's only an hour.
Okay.
Anybody else have some shows to recommend?
I had one that I was watching. I don't remember because I finished it. They were short, little ones. One was about Ed Gein. What was the name of it? Let me see if I can find it. It was pretty messed up.
Well, I'll suggest a movie. This was, and I told Roger about this because Blue watched it. This show that you have to read. It's a Korean show, so you have to read everything. There's not dubbed. Moving. Blue absolutely loved this show. She couldn't get enough of it. She said every episode got better and better as the episode. And then
I'm one episode in on it, and I love it so far. It's great. It's worth the read.
Yeah. She doesn't mind those kind of movies. I've watched a few episodes, in between, and I don't mind it. But I don't know. It's just not my genre, my feel. But the parts I watched, I didn't mind it, but I didn't.
Is it a movie or a TV show?
TV show.
Okay.
And then Foundation also wrapped up for this season, which it was spectacular, good science fiction. It was great sci-fi.
Another one that Blue's watching. Yeah.
The one I was thinking of before was Psycho, the Lost Tapes of Ed Gein.
Psycho.
Yeah, Psycho, the Lost Tapes of Ed Gein.
Hey, on October the 4th, I think it's Our Flag Means Death is coming back. Season
Yeah,
Oh,
2.
okay.
I think so, Ed.
I think that they spell the psycho
Let's see, I'm
differently.
spelling it.
They
That's what
spell the psycho. They spell it PSYCHO. They're spelling it here.
say it again.
PSYCHO.
I started to watch season 2 of The After Party, and it's weird. Each episode is shot in a different genre, a different style, like an old Agatha Christie murder, and then the next one would be like an old spy 007 thing.
No, PSY.
Yeah, I got that right there.
Oh, okay.
PSYCHO.
CHO. The most. Hold on.
Psycho Stripper. I saw that.
Oh, here it is.
There it is.
Lost Tape.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what is this?
It's like a
Documentary?
documentary type thing. But you know, they've never had anything where anyone heard his voice, and to be able to hear his voice was, you know, this was pretty good. I think it's only like two or three.
Look like 3
episodes in it.
episodes.
2 episodes.
Two.
Yeah, it was good. It was shocking if you're interested in, you know, any of these, you know, real psycho guys. Yeah.
And I bet Blue loves Ashoka, doesn't she? Ahsoka.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
pretty good.
yes.
It's been great. It's been freaking great.
There was now the first couple episodes, like that, episodes 2 and 3 kind of dragged a little bit, and when we were watching it, I was like, and she says they're not tapping into Ahsoka. She goes, you know, she has all these things, but they kind of make up for it. Later in these later episodes, it's actually gotten better. So she can't wait till the end of the season, because she says then she's gonna go back and watch all of them all at one shot. Yeah. So I will say, well, one other from a TV show that I'm enjoying. I enjoyed The Continental. I might have mentioned it. Maybe I didn't mention it week before. Continental, which is based on
John Wick.
John Wick type of stuff. But the music in this is really good. The music in this show it's really, really good. I think Eddie will have a kick when he hears the songs and music inside Continental, which is only going to be 3 episodes, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
I think it was 3 episodes. But it says total run time. It says total run time 2 hours and 57 minutes. But it felt like a longer episode than what it was. It says it was only that. It felt like it was like almost a movie. It felt pretty long, that first episode. So we planned. I can't wait to watch it. So for me, you know what you're getting when you're watching a John Wick type movie. So or show. So if you're not into John Wick, then don't watch it. But that'd be a recommendation that I would make.
Movie that I thought was hilarious. But we're still doing TV shows, or
either one. I mean, whichever.
That Joyride. I've been trying to tell Roger to watch it.
Yeah, we haven't watched that either, and we probably need to.
Oh,
it is on my watch list, Alvin.
I know it is, but I have to keep breaking your top because I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you to leave me a message at like 3 a.m. saying, "Why didn't you force me to watch this sooner?"
Anybody that knows Roger, though, knows what we mean by that. Roger is somebody that goes to bed at about 5 o'clock in the morning.
Like me.
He's not. He goes to bed late.
I'm a night
late
owl.
To rise. He's a night owl. He's our late night guy.
Yeah.
What about you, Andrew? Any suggestions or things that you guys have been watching that you're enjoying?
No, I haven't actually had time to watch anything this week, other than stretching this movie out 3 days or whatever it was. I did start watching, but I started watching a documentary on Netflix this morning, but it's probably something that you won't know about. It's about the death of a TV personality, Jill Dando, in the UK. She was like Crime Watch presenter, and she was like killed on her doorstep. So it's just like
Wow.
it's about that.
Like a fan killed her.
They don't know who killed her. They've never found out. She was like executed, like shot in the head.
Wow.
Wow.
So it's like a TV presenter. It was like not too long after Diana died. And she was like kind of like almost as popular as Diana
Wow.
for a TV personality anyway. So I don't. That's kind of the only other thing I had watched was at the beginning of the week. You know how last week, 2 weeks ago, I was saying how I was like obviously because of the 9/11 thing, I was watching like a lot of 9/11 documentary type stuff. I came across one on YouTube called the Man in the red bandana or something like that.
Yeah.
I watched that. That's really good. That guy. What a guy.
Yeah.
Like to get all them people out and then to be obviously he's like in the actual lobby with the firefighters when it collapses. He could have easily got out, but he was going to go back up and get more people. It's like I don't know. I didn't think I would have the. I'd probably be one of the first people to run out. I probably would. I mean, I don't know how I would react, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I feel like I wouldn't have the balls to go back up and help. Like I would try to help people, obviously, but I don't think I'd have the balls to get all the way down to the lobby and then say, right, I'm going to go back when you're right there.
Yeah.
To see.
Yeah.
But that was that's.
Yeah, I'd be outside going, "You guys, hurry it up!"
That full documentary is available on YouTube, and it's really good watch. Like into the kind of documentary type stuff. So like it's nice to hear positive stories about people from that time.
I just finished watching season 2 of a British detective story called Crime. Have you seen it, Andrew?
What's it called? Sorry.
Crime. CRIME.
I think I've heard of it, but I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah, great show. That's it. It's got a Scottish accent, very strong Scottish accent.
If you like detective shows, you should watch Vera.
Huh?
Which one?
Vera. Vera.
Oh, Vera.
Oh, Vera.
Yeah,
Okay.
Hey, is there a new season out?
Yeah.
I don't know. That one there, yeah. No, the first one. First one.
Yeah, that one looks better.
No, Vera's the first one.
I like the second
Yes.
one.
Yeah.
She plays a character from my neck of the woods.
Total runtime is 3 days.
They filmed an episode outside my house a few years ago, just before COVID. Like it's like I've got pictures on my Facebook. They got all like in the glass. Like a few doors down, they had painted murder on the side of the door and everything, and they blacked out the windows and that.
She did a comedy show also, eh? Did you see that? With what's her name?
I know she's done quite a lot of stuff.
Huh?
She's done quite a lot of things, I think, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Did anybody watch this Gen V?
Not yet. There's
I
3
saw
episodes.
No.
I saw it listed. Basically, it's a spin-off of The Boys.
Yeah.
Right.
So it looks interesting. It looks like, of course, we're gonna watch it because it looks right in our wheelhouse. But
I just haven't got to it yet.
Any of you guys?
I've still got to watch The Boys.
You haven't seen The Boys? Oh my goodness, Andrew!
Oh my gosh.
I'll start that tomorrow.
Yeah, you should.
Boys,
You'll love it.
You'll
love it.
Yeah, you'll
You're a
love
comic
it.
book
Yeah.
guy. You'll love it.
Yeah, you'll love it.
Then
It's
when I'm
kinda
done,
dark.
I'll watch Starface. Oh, I'm only joking.
Oh, no, you can't take it back. Can't take it back.
Psych.
Yeah.
Oh, and we also been watching one of the other shows that we've been watching is
Really? Is it good?
Blue just tears that up. I'm like, oh wow, they're good. Because she just like makes fun of it the whole time, and she's
Yeah.
like, "Do you think you're doing that? What do you think it is? Oh, it's probably a bear." And she's and so come to find out after watching the last few episodes of Bigfoot Expedition or Expedition Bigfoot, whichever it is. Big feet, and that's they're big feet. So Bigfoot, Sasquatch are able to be shapeshifters, so they can become another animal, as well as they can shapeshift into somebody so that you won't know that they're a Bigfoot just by their things. You have to look at their legs or their feet because they cannot change their feet. They can only change the rest of their body.
Wait.
What about their dicks? What about their
Yeah,
dicks?
I know, right? Didn't you watch, the $6 Million Man?
Yeah,
Growing
I
up,
did.
they
Yeah,
had a whole, Bigfoot thing. Okay,
yeah, they did.
They
They did with
handled
the
it
tunnel. I know. I
right?
know.
They handled it there. Why even
And
bother
so,
going back?
so they are shapeshifters, except for their bottom, their legs, their feet. They can't change. They are also able to become invisible so if they're in a cave, you can't see them. But LiDAR can see them, but
Good.
you with the naked
Thank
eye
God.
can't see them.
Thank
Oh,
God.
And the last thing that we found out just last week, and it just blew me away, is big feet are able to cloak. So
Okay.
they've
were
they've
definitely
actually
from the
got
South, okay?
they have Klingon technology. They can
Great.
cloak themselves because in one of the episodes, this like little thing goes by. This like
Oh,
it looks like a heat signature. You know how it kind of, and he goes, "That was it. That was it. That was the first time we have seen a cloaked Bigfoot." I'm like, I looked at Blue. I said, "They had me until then. They had me. I'm watching. I'm thinking a Bigfoot's building these tree things.
my
Yeah,
God.
okay, that's a Bigfoot. The cloaking. No, I can't buy
Oh,
it. I
no.
cannot buy it.
Predator had cloaking in what, the 80s? Bigfoot
Yeah.
could
Yep.
have it by now.
Yeah,
I'd rather watch Harry and the Hendersons.
Oh, it is, but it is funny if you watch it. Blue and I were talking, we were watching it, and sometimes you can catch them and they'll say, "Did you see that?" Or a phenomenon. And so every time they would go phenomenon, we go that na 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 na. And she goes, "You know what we should do? We should do a drinking game. Every time they say phenomenon,
no.
you got to have a drink." But yeah, we started really just watching it, making fun of it, and why these people tromping around in the woods up in Alaska have not gotten eaten by a bear or a mountain lion or anything, and they've seen no creature, they've seen no animals, and I'm like, how can you be in the middle of Alaska, like the bush, the woods, and not see a single animal?
I'll tell you why. Because the bears will be like looking at them, thinking, "There's no way in hell I'm going to eat that." They're obviously on some sort of wacky drugs. I'm not going to put that in my system. I'm not putting that in my system.
Yeah, them dumbasses. Yeah, the Expedition Bigfoot. It is kind of funny because they try to tie everything. I swear, anything they do, they go, that's what it is, and I'm like, what do you think? I mean. The one guy says, "Oh, he knows we're tracking him with body heat." What? So he knows that you have a device that tracks his body heat? That's why he got in the water.
That guy watched Predator, didn't he? And he was like, "I'm going to live this movie for the rest of my life."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something else. So, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You guys give us some other suggestions.
Tonight, Gold Rush starts again.
Yes.
I like it.
Rick Ness is supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna get off the rock.
Yeah.
Off the crack rock and
They didn't
the
show-
oxys.
They didn't show the girl. Yeah, they didn't show that girl no more. So she kind of looked a little.
The one was shut up with all that Botox.
No, she was a nurse.
Yeah.
Remember, she was a nurse, wasn't it?
She was the head nurse.
Yeah, that's exactly what she was.
Head nurse.
We all spotted that shit.
Did anyone watch that Blue Beetle yet?
Yes.
Didn't
Okay.
like it.
Didn't
I-
like it.
I don't know. For DC, I thought it was okay. I mean, it's
Okay.
it's aimed towards kids.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
It's aimed at kids with the comedy, the farting. Roger, you saw it where the the bug farts and stuff.
Okay.
It's aimed at kids. So to me, watching it for DC, it was okay. I mean, it would not have matched. It wouldn't have been. It wouldn't have hit the mark as a Marvel. But for DC, I'm like, oh, all right, DC, you're trying. I see you there.
They're so
But
bad at it. Why are they so bad at it?
I don't know. They got characters.
Yeah.
because everyone compares it to Marvel.
Yeah.
It's that kid from Cobra Kai, isn't it? Who's in that?
Yeah. Yes.
I actually like him. I think he's a good actor.
But it I don't know. I didn't mind. I know the director had said something that's supposed to have insulted people. I don't even know what he said because I didn't pay attention to that. But I thought that they tried to be really funny. George Lopez to me was funny in it. He was funny in it. But it's definitely aimed at that
15-year-old.
that teen, preteen.
Yeah.
That's going to get into that kind of stuff and find the humor in all of it. So if you have somebody of that age, I think that you would. So to me, we didn't hate it. If that's a recommendation. If that's a recommendation.
I just didn't like it.
DC should have just went the complete opposite of Marvel and just went really dark.
Yeah.
Like,
For real.
You know those
Batman.
Batman Begins, those movies were really, really good because they were dark.
Uh-huh.
Or maybe this with DC. Maybe DC could do this. So Marvel's kind of going with all the superheroes, right? It's the superhero. Maybe DC should just focus on the villains. Be just your villains, your Jokers and your Harley Quinns, but not try to be so funny like Harley Quinn would try to be.
I don't think they've got as many notable heroes as the Marvel. There's really when you say DC, you just think of Superman and Batman, really.
Yep.
I think the problem was that when they had, what screwed everything up for DC is when they have Batman beating Superman.
Yeah.
I think since then, everything was so screwed up.
They were bad before then, though.
No, I think that's what did it for me.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I'll tell you what did it for me.
I was.
Wonder Woman 1984.
There you go. Why do I hate Gal Gadot so much?
My God. Yeah, but that was such a terrible movie.
It was a bad movie. I agree. It was a bad movie.
Very bad.
It could have been a good movie. It just had a bad script.
No, a bad actress. They shouldn't have used her. They should not have used her.
I thought Gal's acting was okay, and her action was really good in that one.
No, her acting sucks. I can't even look at her. That's how pissed off I am.
I have no problem
that they
used.
I have a problem even looking at it because I was so pissed off that they used her for Wonder Woman. She shouldn't have been Wonder Woman.
Well, I don't think she's going to be anymore. So
no, they needed to use
Linda Anderson.
Adrian,
was it?
They should have used that Adrian Padaki girl. She was originally supposed to be the Wonder Woman.
She would be good. I think she's sexy.
Yeah, she's very. Yeah, she would have been perfect for her. I remember seeing pictures of her dressed up as her that they were going to use her.
Uh-huh.
They had dyed her hair black. Oh, she was perfect. She was perfect. And then they went and used Gal Gadot.
Is she big woman? Like tall?
No, she's
yeah. Because you got to think Wonder Woman is supposed to be kind of an Amazonish type,
right?
Large woman. So you can't use a real small woman.
Yeah, she's not petite. She's not petite.
Right, she's not petite. No, okay. No, she would have made it perfect. Yeah, very. She would have been perfect.
Yeah.
And I was all set for her to be Wonder Woman, and then they pop out Gal Gadot, who can't even, And I think that was their beginning of their fall. You know, I'm sorry. There's no way in hell that, you know, Batman can beat Superman. Okay, you know, all he has to do is just grab him, fly him up into space, and throw him.
Yeah. Well, he probably would have had his fucking spacesuit. He's like, Batman.
Yeah.
But I really, maybe DC needs to listen. I mean,
They
focus
do.
just on the bad guys. Think about it. If you only focused on these and make people like to watch.
Yeah,
People like the Joker.
Right. If you think about it, Marvel hasn't really done a good job with the bad guys movies. I mean, even though I know it's Sony who did like Morbius and stuff like that, but they're still more Marvel bad guys.
Yeah.
And their movies didn't get great reviews.
Yeah, that really wasn't a good movie though. It was
and I know Joker isn't really like part of the DC, or is it part of the DC? I don't think it is.
Isn't that Batman?
Yeah.
Well, and they're doing another one of that because that was successful.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's going to be a musical.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
What?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's a musical.
Yeah.
Lady Gaga's Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
It's a musical.
Hate.
Me too. I don't like them either.
What they're going to do, now don't tell me they're going to release this shit right at the end of the year to try to get the Oscar. You know how they'll do that shit right near the Oscars, and everybody gets a hard on for a musical when it gets to the Oscars.
Lady Gaga's in it. Yeah. Yeah, she's, you know, the actress that beats out everyone else, right?
Yeah. Well, that'll be something I'm not watching because that is I will not. I'm trying to think those musicals that always pop up near the end of the year. I never watch them, never. And I consider myself watch a lot of stuff. I'll watch even some bad stuff just to see, so I have an opinion on it. And I will not watch that shit.
I agree with Rise Above. We have to wait and see what James Gunn is going to do with DC because he is a master.
Well, is Blue Beetle not one of his?
No, it's not his. That was done before he came on.
All right.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get closer to the end here. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I know he's doing like a Superman thing, but I don't know if that's going to be that. Is that like animated?
I think he's going to do both animated and live action.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see what happens then. I like Guardians.
He's technically in charge of the whole universe right now, so we'll see what happens.
Can't get any worse.
And I think Blue Beetle is the last thing that was in the pipeline that he didn't have his fingers on. Everything that comes out DC related now will have his fingerprints on it, I believe.
So everyone knows, there's no UFC this weekend, but there are some other fights. So we'll have them on big screen.
So they got bare knuckle tonight, right?
Bare
and then
knuckle
is there
tonight,
UFC or
no UFC?
They didn't say no UFC, so is there?
Yeah,
we definitely got NCAA football going on this weekend, as well as NFL. NFL is week 4 of that, and well, we know the Premier League. What's it? Premier or Championship League is going on now, Andrew.
It's Premier League this weekend.
Okay.
Champions League is a couple of weeks. We've already had one game.
And I was watching Wrexham.
Wrexham.
Yeah, I was watching. I forgot we missed the end of season 1, so we went back and started watching it. And I didn't realize how much people swindle the teams to, these lower end teams and basically buy them just so that they can scrap them and take over their land. And because they were talking about how some of these investors just tank
it costs more to get into the Pro League than it would be to just sell it and keep the land or use the land.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I know what happens at the end of season 2.
Yeah. Well, I knew that I had seen something about them that they move up. I remember just seeing it in the news. So I told Blue last night, I said, well, I know that they're going to do good enough that they're going to move up. I said I think I'd seen that. So, but it Ryan Reynolds is fucking funny as hell. I mean,
Yeah.
he's so
You
funny.
know,
Yeah, it cracks
like,
me
you
up.
know, the thing with the both of them as well is that they're not just playing like owners. They're actually like they've embraced the Wrexham and
Yep.
they really actually love it. So I think that's why everyone's not like, oh, just like some Hollywood actors
Yeah. Yeah. It's
getting
not somebody just.
publicity, because it's
Yep.
not.
Yeah,
They
they've
really
really.
like, you can tell they really enjoy it and they really care.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. So that's fun. It's neat to watch that because you can see, you can tell that they care. When a lot of the teams that you guys have and these football teams where whole towns, it's the nucleus of the town. Everybody is invested in that football club, and it's fun to see people that are so passionate. And then these guys got into it, and they've embraced it too, so it's fun. All right, so anything else, Albin?
Has anyone seen Trooper out there tonight? Is Trooper out there on their side? Looking for him. Well, I think Monday's his birthday, so
Oh, all right.
just so everyone knows.
Happy birthday to Trooper.
Happy birthday, Troop. I
Yeah.
want to thank him for always keeping his eye open here for us.
Yeah, he's always promoting. He promotes
Yeah.
us, to people to
Yeah.
hit the thumbs up and watch
Yeah.
and this and that.
Yep.
So it's always good to have people that've been around. He's been around almost as long as
Yeah.
me. He's
Yeah.
been around a long time. He was just,
Yeah.
but just kind of, he had a build way back when, and then he's just,
Mm-hmm.
but he's done other little things around. So
Yeah.
you need to have.
Yeah.
So, all right,
Alright,
let's get out of here. What do you think? Or
okay.
you got something
Yeah.
else?
No.
Albin?
No. That's it. There's a lot of news in the world, but we'll save that for next week, I guess.
And we're gonna save all that news. Well, I didn't realize we had some news, but that's all right. We'll get that next week. And
yeah, no, I didn't put it out there.
Okay.
It's just that I'm waiting for next week with it.
Okay, so we'll
many
get
things
that
going on.
All right, Andrew, anything you want to say before we go?
No, just obviously just thank you for having us again, and good. Hope everyone has a good day, or night, or afternoon, whatever you're on.
Yeah, whatever we're at. Eddie, anything you got?
I just a question for Albin. Hey, Albin, is it still raining?
Yeah, for me, yeah.
Can you swim?
I'm gonna have to because we got so much rain yesterday.
How long? I'll take it easy, man.
All right.
Roger, you got anything?
Thanks for the invite. No, nothing to add. Hopefully next time we do this, we'll have Dave on the panel again.
Yeah.
We miss him.
Yeah. Well, at least we had his words.
Yes, true.
Yeah.
True. That's it.
Mr. Grumpy Old Man Albin, what you got?
Nothing else. Thank everyone out on the side coming in and watching us. We'll see everyone next week, and we'll come up with the solution for getting a better movie to watch. Cross our fingers, I guess.
We'll see.
And have a good weekend, everyone, and we'll see you next week.
Yep. I thank everyone that's on the panel. Thanks to all that are on the panel, as well as Dave DeBeach, who does all the work to get this show to be fun, and all the people, Nookie and Redneck and Leon and Willa, that rise up or rise above to join the show on the side. Any of you guys
That's quick.
want to jump in, huh?
That's quick.
That's quick. So any of them want to jump in, they're allowed to jump in here and join the show. And thanks for everyone watching, and we'll see y'all next week. And you'll see you. Oh, look at it. It's still